TJ Leach here with a little bit different of a video for you. Us snowmobilers, whether you're racing, trail riding, or out in the mountains, need to give yourself a little bit of TLC. I wanted to provide a little bit of knowledge that I have from my personal training background to give you all a nice little 10-minute stretch routine that you can do before or after riding. If you're concerned about not being able to do some of the stretches, I do have a chair progression that I'll have included. Feel free to follow along. I'll provide a time structure as well as some cues on how to get into each of the movements. These are movements that I do before and after riding or when I'm in the gym for training. And I just wanted to put the collection together in a nice 10-minute time structure for you all to use as a free, no-cost method to help with your fitness. Let's jump into it. On the top of the screen, we have our chair progression. Below that, our floor progression. I will provide on screen an up next to help you flow into the next movement, as well as a front-facing view of each movement. Tune in for some cues to help you get into the right position in the movements, as well as some nice tunes to relax to. All right, let's get ready. Starting off with our Samson stretch for 30 seconds on each side. Chair progression has the leg under with the arm stretched overhead. Floor progression has the knee underneath the hip with that arm stretched out overhead. Alternating legs for another 30 seconds. In 10 seconds, we're moving into the world's greatest stretch. We're looking to stay on one side for a full minute. For the chair progression, look to touch the ground and reach to the ceiling. Kick that leg out straight and lean forward for a good stretch in the back of the legs. On the ground, move as far as you can through rotation. Move smooth and controlled. Focus on a nice, steady breath. In 10 seconds, we're looking to switch to the other side. Switch to the other side. Focus in on your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't forget to breathe throughout this. Ten seconds, moving to a knee hug stretch. In the chair position, sit fully back against the backrest. Pull that knee to the chest or as high as you can, and then tip your head away to the side to get a nice neck stretch in. On the ground, look to lengthen your spine to the ceiling and also get in a nice tilt of the head for a good neck stretch. Switching to the other side for another 30 seconds. In 10 seconds, we're moving to a cat-cow. Look to get that chin tucked and eyes to the ceiling when sitting in that chair. On the ground, feel free to point your fingertips in different directions to get an additional forearm stretch with this movement. Up next is the saddle stretch. Kick one leg out to the side and feel an excellent stretch on the inside of the leg up into the groin. Focus on shifting the hips back and forth when on the ground and shifting the shoulders forward and back in the chair. Switching sides in 10 seconds. Switch to the other side. In 15 seconds, we're moving to the scorpion stretch. In the chair, we're getting our leg under, similar to the Samson stretch. We're opening our chest with our eyes following our hand to the front and to the back. On the ground, look to stay static on one side. Focus on deep breaths and don't force anything. Get a good stretch in the lower back, the hip, and the chest on this one. Switching sides in 10 seconds. Switch to the other side. Focus in on your breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In 15 seconds, we're moving into the final stretch where we'll spend a minute on each side in the pigeon pose. On the chair, moving into what's called a figure 4 position with our ankle across our knee. You can gently push your palm into your knee to get a little bit more of a stretch. Also include some slow and controlled head tilts, looking up to the ceiling and tucking the chin, looking down at the ground. On the floor, our knee and ankle are underneath our belly. I like to have my elbows on the ground so I can really focus on relaxing or melting down into the ground. And here we go into the final minute. Let's switch sides. Focus in on your breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, something a little different, but a video that I've wanted to do to help with the snowmobiling community. As we get older, or if we put our bodies through the ringer in a race, it's important that we not only work on our machines, but we also work on our own bodies to perform at the best that we can. As I get older, I want to be able to continue to ride my snowmobile, and this collection of movements focuses a lot on back and hip health, which I feel snowmobilers use primarily. Again, you can use this stretch routine before or after riding. I recommend sticking to the 10-minute time structure for before rides. If you feel like you need a little bit more after a ride, feel free to hang out longer in these positions. You can spend upwards of 2 to maybe even 5 minutes in each of these positions if you feel like you just need a little bit more for your body. Hope you got some good value out of this. If you have any questions on any of the positions or about physical fitness in general, drop them in the comments. I'd love to chat more about it. Thanks for watching.